Hi there, Mayas here. I am sensuality and love coach, and today I want to talk about this phenomenon, this concept of chasing love. When it comes to our existence and our experience of life, right? We come here from love, and we very often from different modalities, not only Tantra, but many other modalities, we are talking about love, energy of love, and us connecting to our heart or through our heart connecting to our soul. So, love, by definition, should not be something that we are chasing. What we are chasing is actually we are dealing with the unpeeling and recovering and liberating ourselves from the experiences, behaviors, habits of lack, and particularly lack of love. Because lack of love affects how we feel about ourselves. Lack of love creates anxiety, makes us feel not safe. And if we had those experiences growing up, if our experiences with love, whether it was love in high school or love in kindergarten or our first serious relationship or marriage or kids, right? Us having kids, creating a family. If those experiences were impacted by lack, if those experiences were impacted by people not showing up for us, right? Lack of kindness, lack of understanding, lack of compassion. Basically, if we go from this high vibrations of joy and love, right, and consciousness, and if we go to low vibrations where we go into guilt, shame, boredom, anger, resentment, if we're constantly surrounded by those energies, that's what we're becoming accustomed to. That's what we kind of constantly looking for a confirmation, because our attention is everything. If I'm constantly putting my attention on lack of love, I'm going to see it everywhere just because my mind is trained to pick up the traits, right? Sometimes the funniest test you can do, if you send a text message and you're not getting a response within 5 minutes, notice what thoughts are start coming into your head. If you start feeling anxious, if you start feeling insecure, if you're reading your message, if you're feeling bad about what you wrote, if you're worrying whether you're going to get a response, if you start doubting whether you were feel great or wonderful enough to receive a response, an invitation, and love and support, here is your confirmation. Nothing even happened in reality, but you already start making a negative assumptions to seeking for confirmation that there is a lack of love, lack of attention, lack of affection. So when we meet a person who, right, connects to our heart and starts triggering that authentic vibration of our soul, right, our abundance, expansion, juiciness turned on, what happens is it 100% activate, it almost attack the belief and that low vibration that we carry within ourselves. And you go in a way into the war, right? The war of your past with this beautiful consuming feeling that starts waking you up and telling you, hey, you can have what you want. You absolutely deserve to experience this powerful sensation of love and receive the attention, the affection, the creativity, the support, and all the amazing things that you are desiring. And there's a crazy inner conflict happening inside you, because there's this part of you that you're not very much familiar with, you're just feeling through the body sensations, and there's a desire to follow right? To follow the love. And there's part of you, that judger, that tells you, never worked, what's going to work right now, right? And all of that voice of doubt and negativity. And the end of the battle, honestly, you are the one who will create what it's going to be. Is it going to be yet another heartache, or it's going to be an incredibly beautiful relationship? And the way you winning the battle, right? The way you letting love to win is by start really paying attention. First and foremost, what do you feel in your body? Every time you get contracted by the negative thought, by the negative assumption, by that voice that tells you that something's wrong, whether with your person or with you, right? That's an opportunity to start consciously taking that attention from those thoughts and redirecting them into loving, into positive, with intention to co-create, with intention to feel, to receive. And that's work. To live on high vibrational frequencies of love, it is everyday work. Because you need to choose to show up. You need to choose to act in your higher self. You need to choose to act from love, not from the energy of the destruction, right? In our universe, in our world, here on Earth, energies of destruction are pretty powerful. And if we're not paying attention, you're going to be manipulated. There is always something that would push your buttons, but you always have a choice. And the love that you feel with the person will help you to become more aware and more awakened and making better choices. Choosing compassion, choosing kindness, choosing love, operating from a place I'm worthy to receive, operating from a place I'm so full and I'm so happy to give. Because when you shifting to love, people around you start responding to that. And that's how we are all collectively contributing into creating better world, better reality, better quality of life. The truth is, if, right, we every day, every second, we're standing on this edge of love and suffering. And it's so easy to fall down there. But the truth is, when we go down the spiral of despair, destruction, pain, there is nothing there. They're so empty. And only when you're going up the spiral of love, everything is there. You feel alive, you feel abundant, things are happening in an unbelievable way. You savor, you experience every moment of life, you generate energy, you create. The choice is every day. And whether you're going through so-called twin flame or anxious avoidant trap or almost relationship push-pull dynamics, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what label you use for it. As long as you're going to spin in a cycle and picking up who did what, said, and how, and judge and put labels, you're going to stay there. It's an energy of destruction. Follow the love. Follow what's good. How can I feel this way all the time? How can I show up in the way where we can just communicate and feel love? How can I get curious about what's happening for another person and not be so preoccupied in my victimhood that everything is against me and I'm suffering? And a person sits there and creates a mischievous plan how to hurt you. No. If there is a magnetism and attraction, genuinely, there is a desire to experience more love. So how can we remove those barriers and how we can come to mutual co-creation of our desires? And if you are a woman in this dynamic, you have access to love, you have access to heart. We are open in our heart center. So follow it. Let yourself be penetrated by love. Surrender to love. Drop your ego, your head into your heart. And you will teach your divine masculine, right? Whoever represents masculine in your dynamic, you will teach them how to love, and that love is safe. And settling down or commitment is just a matter of creating a foundation. It has nothing to do with freedom. There is so much possible for us if we're choosing the energy of love. And the connection that you're experiencing is guiding you there. So don't get stuck in the head. Don't get stuck in the ego. Feel your heart. The answer is here. And if you want to master these skills, check out my program, Claimed, that's going to start in a couple days. All the juicy details are below. I hope I'll see you there.